Do we have any second timers? Thank you for coming back. How about 3 times or more? Wow, raise them high. Yeah, thank you. You're the ones we call rich. Yeah. Lunch is not included on today's tour. All in favor of the rich buying everybody lunch? Say aye. All right. Can we see a show of hands again of the rich? All right. If you saw it earlier, you know who to follow. Okay, so we got people from Arizona. We have people from Australia. What other states or countries?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. England. Canada. North Carolina. California. What part of Canada? Vancouver, Canada. Okay, thank you. And Ontario. Thank you. All right. If you're from the UK and if you're from Australia, don't be too terrified by the way we drive now. Because we do drive on the right side, which is the correct side. It is. When we go to your territory, the correct side shall be the left side. Well, when we go to your territory, that's what you say. Is that right?
Territory.
Yeah, we say territory, so. When we go to your territory, the correct side shall be the left side. That's it. Okay, does anyone have another engagement this evening?
Darn blind.
Nobody has another engagement this evening? Okay. Even though we're leaving late, this is all usually when we have traffic during the regular weekday, this and that. So today's a holiday. We shouldn't have too much traffic coming back home on the freeway. So we should be back at about 5:30, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's okay. I'll buy you breakfast and I'll buy you dinner.
All right.
If you give me the money. That's it. Well, Waikiki, folks. The meaning of Waikiki, spouting waters. The meaning of Honolulu. Not Honolulu, Honolulu, spelled H-O-N-O. The meaning of Honolulu, sheltered or protected. Honolulu Harbor, the sheltered or protected harbor. And Waikiki, spouting waters. That's it. As you drive around the island today, you're going to come across a lot of coconut trees. Some of them have metal bands wrapped around the trunks of the trees. They're to keep the rats and mice from climbing to the top. They like to live up there. The average coconut tree will take about 10 years to grow before it starts to produce. When it does produce, it'll average about 200 to 300 a year. How do we say coconut? We say niu, N-I-U, niu for coconut. Waikiki Beach to the right. Has anyone spotted whales yet? They're out there. They're out there. Today you might see some whales too. And then I guess we'll have a whale of a day. Yeah. So, we have 28 passengers. This is a 57-seater. So, if you feel a little cramped in here, by all means, grab your own 2 seats, prop your feet up, and relax. Pretend this is an airline. You know how tight those seats are. Oh, yeah. And if by any reason anybody needs to use the restroom, there should be a restroom all the way back of the bus as we are traveling. So, gentlemen, remember, we aim to please. So please aim straight. Put the seat up and back down. Right, ladies? Right. I have been trained. So has my wife. She uses my restroom. Put the seat back up. Oh, yes. Okay, there's a frame coming up on the right-hand side where these people are playing volleyball here. The last weekend of the month, they play a movie here. It's called Sunset on the Beach. 90% of everything you see here in Hawaii is all imported. No lumber mills, folks. That's why the houses are so very expensive. The average 2-bedroom, 1-bath on the island is over $300,000. Yeah. The average median house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet, close to $800,000 today. California, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 to 2,400 square feet, about 600,000. The trees in front of us on both sides, these are she-oak Australian ironwood pine trees. That's what they are. Through the trees to the left-hand side is a mountain. This mountain is actually a crater, Diamond Head Crater. It got its name back in the 1800s when the sailors were coming around the island. They noticed on top of the crater they saw a lot of shining crystals, which they thought were diamonds. So they dug it up, took it home, hoping to get rich. What they found was really of no sentimental value. What they found was calcite crystals. Ladies, if you ever go shopping, see these shiny green gems, sold as necklaces, earrings, and pendants at very low prices. A lot of it came from that crater. During the war, the crater was also used as an ammunition dump. Today it's being used by the National Guard and also the Federal Aviation Administration. So you can hike inside and hike up to the very top. Anybody ever did that yet? Not yet. All right.
Wow, that is pretty.
On today's tour, we are going counterclockwise. Last month somebody said, are we coming back the same way? Circle Island tour. I don't think so. Yeah. Anybody know what year Hawaii became the 50th state?
59?
1959, August of 59. We're very happy to become the 50th state, but not as happy as we wanted to be. Back then, we were fighting to be the 49th state. And who beat us? Alaska. And aren't you glad they beat us? Yeah, think about it. Can you imagine watching TV, Hawaii 49 instead of Hawaii 50? It just doesn't ring a bell, does it? Unfortunately, McGarrett Jack Lord passed away 20 years ago, 77 years old. Anybody remember his favorite words?
Book of
Book of Dano, right. His wife passed away 3 years ago. No family, no relatives. All of their earnings and assets went to local charities. About $180 million. I know. I was asking the people in charge to give some to the Leo Foundation. They said they haven't found me yet. Keep trying. Okay, so this is Diamond Head Drive. Because of the location, these houses on the left start at close to $1 million. It's not the house, it's the property value. Yes. That's why I started doing these tours years ago, hoping to find myself a sugar mama. I always told the girls I was Tom Selleck's double from Magnum PI. They never believed me. They just laughed like you did. One girl said I looked more like Bob Hope from behind and no Hope from the front. What a way to go. But that's okay. No problem. In the 1930s, early middle 1930s, hundreds, if not thousands of people took this road, walking up to the top, and they were waving at this female in her plane in the morning on her quest around the world. Her name was Amelia Earhart. We have the Diamond Head Lighthouse coming up on the right-hand side very shortly. Still in use today. And here it is. The flag is flying at half staff. Does anybody know why the flag is flying at half staff?
Justice Scalia.
Oh, thank you. You're so right. The Supreme Court Justice passed away. Thank you very much. Got some surfers down below. In the last 3-4 years, out of all the surf meets around the world, Hawaii's been doing excellent. We've been taking second place. Australia have been taking first. Yes. If you're from Australia, don't forget who taught you how to surf. We're just hanging loose, waiting for the prize money to get bigger. That's all. Yeah. Oh, there goes a surfer. Oh, he fell down. Must have been from Australia. Just joking, Australia. Just joking. All right. So this crater to the left during the war was used as an ammunition dump. We had bunkers up here. We had guns up here, 5-inch guns. Their range was about 5 to 6 miles. We also had 12-inch guns, and their range was about 20 miles. You folks have bicycle lanes back home?
Yes.
And we're getting more and more. We're going to be going all the way around the island pretty soon. A lot of flowers on the left-hand side here. Beautiful lavender flowers, bougainvillea flowers. Ladies want to wear a flower in your ear. If you're single, the flower on your right side by your ear. Married on the left. Married and available, right on top of your head. My Phone number 8675309. My sister Jenny will pick you up. How many of you heard of that number? It's a rock song. 8675309. Tommy Two Tone. The trees on the left-hand side, mushroom-like, umbrella-like trees, they're known as monkey pot trees. If you ever go shopping, see these very large wooden bowls, spoons, and forks at the gift shops. Come from these trees on the left. Monkey pot trees. Going back to the coconuts, has anyone ever drank the coconut milk? Are you sure you drank the coconut milk? Because we don't like it. No. When you husk the coconut, you reach the shell. Three eyes looking at you, poke a hole in one of those eyes, stick a straw inside, and drink the coconut juice, the coconut water. After that is all extracted, we'll crack the coconut in half. Grade the meat into little shavings, put in a piece of cloth, and wring it out, squeeze it out. White milk comes out. That milk is richer than rich. It's used for the 3 C's, for cooking, for cocktails, and if you're constipated, 1 tablespoon 15 minutes from now, aloha. Any more than that, stay home. Oh, look at this house on the left. Swimming pool, jacuzzi in the front yard. Wow. Open lot to the right. More to come. This residential area is called Kahala. In the 70s and 80s, a lot of the wealthy moved in here. And still moving in today. We are ranked in the top 5 in the U.S. for the highest cost of living, ranked in the top 5 for the lowest pay scales. Mostly everyone in the tour industry has more than one job. This is the one and only job, and I'm also a retired dancer. Polynesian girls, not Chippendales, don't have to buy. Strictly Polynesian, sorry. When I first started these tours, I was a size 31, 32 waistline. Now 48, 50, double belly over tight. But that's okay. The bigger I get, the happier I'm going to be, because I heard bigger people are harder to kidnap. It's a beautiful day today. It rained a little bit. We may encounter some more rain up in the hills. How do we say rain in Hawaiian? We say ua. U-A, ua. Did everybody have breakfast? Okay. 28 passengers, 3 answered. We're good, we're good. That's okay.
No.
Yeah. Do we have any golfers on board?
Yep.
There's going to be a golf course coming up on the right-hand side very shortly. This is where the Sony Hawaiian Open